prefer reductionism.
Man,
The idea
so
that everything, including consciousness, can be reduced to basic physics
you can have
and
synthetic.
even to digital events.
You knew all their data.
So, can consciousness help corroborate the claim that information is fundamental? It said that even if physics finds its final theory, the mystery of consciousness shall remain. How do we have inner experience? Now,
It's been out for a long time.
Information is recruited
Someone talks about it, just we have to brush it out.
I questioned one of the supporters, the chief scientific officer of the Allen Institute for Brain Science, neuroscientist Christoph Koch. Christoph, you've dealt with information, particularly in trying to explain consciousness, but do you see information?
What was it, Silicon Slopes? Now it's Silicon Valley?
The structure of
everything.
Information is part of the structure of the universe.
That's
I'm not saying information can be for space, time, energy, mass, but in order to explain consciousness, which is part and parcel of the universe, we need information theory. And ultimately, my own experience, this is the heart of the most famous
Illinois,
deduction
sprawling quantum park.
Right? The only way I experience the universe, I don't know about gravity and galaxies, all of that I have to infer. The one thing I'm utterly certain of is I'm conscious. Same thing as
like,
you are conscious of your own existence. And
IBM is not talked about.
That needs to be explained by some sort of intrinsic information. Intrinsic information principles such as integrated information. So that says that in some sense it is fundamental. My only reality is is my lived reality. It's my only reality I have directly access to.
Then they have a lot of risk and stupid scenario fears.
Integrated information that's created by this complex brain that's evolved over several billion years of evolution. So you need an external world that's given by physics and matter and space and time, but then you also need sort of information that gives rise to experience. And experience, once again, is the only way I or anybody else knows about the world. Okay, but does that mean information is a way of describing what you see, or is information what sits below everything that you see and gives rise to everything? It's a big difference.
It's the B.
It is not just used to describe reality. I think it is an irreducible aspect. It's an intrinsic aspect. So in order to fully describe the universe, I posit you need space, time, energy, mass, and you need that organized matter gives rise or is associated with integrated information. That is what we call experience. It's a part and parcel of the world. It doesn't emerge. It is fundamentally there. It's just as fundamental as charge is a fundamental property of certain elementary particles like an electron. Ultimately, integrated information is a relationship among elements within a system. It's a view of the system viewed from within. So ultimately, it's a mathematical relationship. It's mathematics in some sense. So you can sort of take a Platonic view on this and say, ultimately, it's the mathematical reality that gives rise to experience. I'm saying that ultimately, my lived reality, not the one I infer, which is involved in physics. So the one I live right now, I have an experience. I see you. You just asked me a question. I hear your voice inside my head. I have this movie inside my head that shows you. That experience is integrated information. It's just a sequence, an identity relation. Integrated information is my experience. My experience is integrated information. So that's fundamental to conscious experience, which is a fundamental aspect of reality. So in that sense, it doesn't predate physics, but it's part of physics. Now you can ask why that particular theory. That's very similar to asking why quantum mechanics. Can you imagine a universe where the laws of quantum mechanics do not hold? Yes, you can imagine, but for whatever reason we don't know right now, we live in a universe where quantum mechanics hold. Same thing, we live in a universe where integrated information gives rise to consciousness. What's fundamental? What's bedrock in the grand chain of existence? At first glance, information would seem more a metaphor or a model than the fundamental building block of reality. Two factors make me think twice. First, the surprising relationship between quantum information and gravity. Second, integrated information as a possible mechanism for consciousness. So if the universe were a computer, a quantum computer, what would be its computing power? I return to Seth Lloyd.
because the universe is quantum mechanical, so it inherits everything that a quantum computer can do. So the universe, by its very nature, inherits this ability to do many, many different things. So there are about 2 to the 300 elementary particles on the universe. That means if each particle had a barcode, you would have a 300-bit barcode to label each particle on the universe. So let's take a very tiny chunk of the universe, like 300 electrons.
Oh.
It's much, 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 much smaller than the universe. This chunk of 300 electrons could do 2 to the 300 different things. So even a tiny fraction of the universe can do more things than there are elementary particles in the universe as a whole.
Now, if in fact our universe is fundamentally a computer, then it should be entirely feasible on future supercomputers to simulate whole worlds. I'd still bet against whole world simulations. I'd suspect flaws in the assumptions. But whole world simulations are the consequence of the argument, not the core. The core is whether information constructs the cosmos. Whether information is closer to truth.
Yep.
For complete interviews and for further information, please visit closertotruth.com.
Can I change the channel now?
If you want.
What else should I change the channel?
Well, let's see what else is on. It's pretty good.
I like the news.
No, it's the or just leave it on people, or you can watch it.
Be a leader. Do you wanna be a leader? Well, you can be a leader. Do you wanna be a leader? Well, you can be a leader. Do you
Spanish
wanna
Fork
be a leader?
Krishna temples. I went to one. See, from radio waves to temple domes.
You can put on KBYU. Oh, this is.
Oh, I forgot to turn on my VPN.